Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Kristen Hansen, and this is Goddess Imagine, a transformational yoga and modern metaphysical studio. Welcome back to the channel. Today's class is titled Discovering and Connecting to Your Higher Power and Spiritual Team. Many of us that have been through an extraordinary amount of trauma and drama have either lost our connection to our higher power and belief system, or maybe you're like me and were baptized and indoctrinated into a religion that you never really clicked with or resonated with, and you've been doing life alone since then. One thing that I've learned in my own transformational work is that I couldn't do life alone. I was an atheist for most of myself, and spirituality is a process, it's a journey. But I learned that I had to open up myself to that possibility of a higher power and searching for a belief system that resonated with me and the woman that I am. This class contains elements and flows that help to release deeply ingrained trauma and drama from within our mind, body, and spirit to open us up to the possibility of someone or something greater than ourselves that we can build a loving and lasting relationship with that can lead us and guide us in the transformational work that we're doing. Today's class contains a seated savasana. Of course, if you'd like to do reclined, you're more than welcome. If you have your blocks handy, you can go ahead and get them. And when you're ready, I'll meet you on the mat. All right, everyone. To begin, we'll come into Sukhasana or easy pose, tucking our feet up underneath us as we're sitting on the center of the mat. And maybe taking our fingertips alongside of our hips and having them guide us in sitting up into a tall seat, stacking our head over our heart, over our hips. And once we come into this position, we can begin to let our shoulders down, begin to relax ourselves, release our hands and open up our palms to the universe. And maybe close our eyes down as we begin to shift our consciousness. As we come into this time and space, this time and place, we step into the spiritual realm from the mundane world. And we take all of our outward attention and energy and direct it inwards towards ourselves. We open up the mind, body, and spirit to infinite possibilities. As we inhale, release the hands, lift them high up overhead, palms come together. Exhale as we come to prayer, hands at our chest. We take a moment to open ourselves to that divine source. And also set an intention for today's class. When we're finished, we bow and say, so mote it be. Then we come to rise, open up our eyes, place our hands on our knees. If you're able to do head turns, if you're able to do them, then you're welcome to do them. We do one round clockwise, one round counterclockwise. But if you have vertigo like I do or neck injuries, then you can follow me in these simple head turns. We turn our head all the way over to the right as far as you comfortably can, gazing over our right shoulder. And as we inhale, we slowly rotate our head over to the left. At our left shoulder, we exhale and slowly rotate our head back to the right. Then we inhale, bring the eyes forward, lift them up to the sky. Exhale, sink the chin to the chest. Then we inhale, lift our head, rotate it to the left. Exhale as we rotate back to the right. Inhale, bring our eyes forward, lift our eyes to the sky. Exhale, sink the chin to chest. Beautiful. Bring our eyes forward, inhale through the nose. Exhale, tilt the right ear to the right shoulder. Careful to stay in our seat and not lean. We just want to tilt the head as far as we comfortably can. Opening up the left side of our body, maybe closing our eyes down. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Bring ourselves back to center. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale, tilt the left ear to the left shoulder. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Bring ourselves back to center. As we inhale, extend the arms out long, opening up the chest, opening up the shoulders. And as we exhale, come into eagle arms, wrapping the right arm around the left. To me, the eagle is synonymous with the Creator, our higher power. And we take a moment just to lift our elbows, to open ourselves to that possibility, to open ourselves to a connection greater than ourselves. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. As we inhale, release our arms out to the side. Exhale, this time, left arm wraps around the right. Lift our elbows upward as we draw ourselves to the sky, connecting with our spiritual team, our spirit guide, our guardian angel, our connection to the archangels, and any spiritual helpers that we have above. Breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. Release our hands out to the side, bring them down around our hips, rolling the shoulder backs for our easy pose flow. As we inhale, lift our hands up high overhead, pull the biceps back. Exhale, bring the hands down. Inhale, we lift them all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands down. Beautiful. Left hand goes on the mat as we inhale. Right bicep to the right ear. Careful to stay in that alignment and bringing our head back just a little bit. Exhale, bring our right arm down. Inhale, lift the hands high. Exhale, lower them down. Right hand goes on the mat as we inhale. Left bicep to the left ear. Exhale, bring the arm down. Inhale, lift our hands up high as we rotate to the right for a twist. Exhale, bring our hands down to the ground. Roll our right shoulder open, and we use the left hand to guide us into our twist, wringing out any early and residual negativity that's within us. As we take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, lift our hands up high as we rotate to the left. Exhale, bring our hands down. We roll the left shoulder open. This time, right hand guides us into our twist, helping us to sit up nice and tall. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, lift our hands up high overhead. Exhale, we float the fingertips all the way down to the ground. Coming forward from the hips, walk the hands out as far as you comfortably can, and then we lower our crown to the earth. We pause here for a breath. Walk ourselves back to an upright position. Uncross our legs and then cross them in the opposite direction if you're able. My stomach is growling. I apologize. It always happens when I'm filming. We come to sit up nice and tall using our hands to guide us into our seat. And then we inhale, lift our hands up high overhead. Exhale, bring them down. Inhale, lift them all the way up, bringing those biceps back. Exhale, lower to the ground. Beautiful. Right hand goes on the mat as we inhale. Left bicep to the left ear. Exhale, bring the arm down. Inhale, lift the hands high. Exhale, we lower them down. Left hand goes on the mat as we inhale. Right bicep to the right ear. Exhale, bring the arm down. Inhale, lift the hands high as we turn to the left. Exhale, bring our hands down. Roll our left shoulder open. Right hand guides us into our twist. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, lift our hands up high, turn to the right. Exhale, bring our hands down. We roll the right shoulder open, left hand guides us into our twist. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, lift our hands up high overhead. Exhale, we lower our hands all the way down to the ground. Walk our hands out in front of us and then lower the crown of our head to the earth. Walk our hands back to an upright position. Untuck the left leg, untuck the right, and give them both a little bit of a shake. Extending the legs out as far as you comfortably can for our knee to nose. You can keep a bend in the knee if you need one. As we inhale, lift the hands up high overhead and we turn to the right. Exhale, forward fold as we come down knee to nose. Want to make sure that we're coming forward from the hips and not just dropping our shoulders down. Flex our right foot up to the sky. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Walk ourselves back up again. Inhale, lift our hands up high as we turn to the right. Exhale, knee to nose. Breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. Walk ourselves up. Now we do the left. Inhale, bring the hands up high. We turn to the left. Exhale, knee to nose. You may notice that you have more or less flexibility on the other side. That's okay. Just take it as it goes. Work with where you're at. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Walk our hands back up. Inhale, lift our hands up high, turn to the left. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in and breathe out. Now we walk our hands back up for our modified seated straddle. This time we'll bring the hands down to the ground. So we widen the feet as far as we can, flex the toes upwards, still sitting up tall. Bend in the knee if you need it, that's fine. We inhale. Oops, hold on, cut that out. Okay. Then we inhale, lift the hands up high overhead. Exhale, forward fold down to the ground. Bringing our nose as close as we can to the earth, bending forward from the hips, and we flex our toes up to the sky. Breathe in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Walk our hands back upright. Inhale, lift our hands up high overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. Bringing ourselves down as low as we can. You may be right here today. You may be right here. As long as the spine is straight and you're coming from the hips, over time we can walk ourselves forward. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Beautiful. Walk ourselves back to an upright position. Tuck our legs up underneath us and then turn to face the top of the mat. Once we're here, we come up and over into our tabletop position. And I like to come down a little bit more to the second half of my mat because I'm taller and I need a little bit more space. Lower the stomach down to the ground, lift the head and tail high. Breathe in. As we exhale, press into the palms, lift our spine high up into the sky. Inhale, we lower down into cow. Exhale, lift high up into cat. Inhale, dip the stomach, lift the eyes forward. Exhale, round the spine to the sky. Beautiful. Stay with me. Inhale, we lower, lift the eyes forward. Exhale, lift the spine high. Beautiful. Inhale, dipping deep into cow. Exhale, high up into cat. One more time. Inhale, lower the spine. Exhale, lift it all the way up. Beautiful. Coming back to our neutral spine for our side arm raise. Reach the right hand underneath you, and as you inhale, gently float the fingertips all the way up to the sky. Exhale, we bring them back down to the mat. Inhale, reach all the way up as we lift our hand up to the sky. Exhale as we take a pause. Maybe open up that chest just a little bit more. We take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Lower our hands back down to the ground. Beautiful. Change sides. Reach under with our left hand as we inhale. Float our hand all the way up to the sky. Exhale, we bring it back down to the ground. Inhale, reach underneath us and float our hand all the way up. Exhale as we take a pause. Opening this chest just a little bit more. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Then we bring our hands back down to the ground. Widen our knees to the edge of the mat as we inhale. Soles of the feet come together. Exhale, send the hips back into wide-legged child's pose. Option to do traditional child's pose. If this is a little bit of a stretch for you yet, it's okay. Roll the fingertips out and press each fingertip into the mat. We take a moment here to open up the mind, body, and spirit to release that negativity that's hid deep within us. And we ask to release any blocks and obstacles to us finding a divine source that resonates with who we are as a woman, and release that negativity out into the universe for our highest good. So mote it be. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Then we inhale, widen the hands, bring the knees together. Exhale, shift the hips forward into upward facing dog. Pressing into our palms, roll the elbow eyes forward, lift the chin, lift the chest, and drop the shoulders away from the ears. Relax your thighs, relax your backside. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Then we inhale, send our hips back, widen out the knees to the edge of the mat. Exhale, wide-legged child's pose. Walk the arms out long in front of you. Once you're where you need to be, roll the fingertips out into the mat and press each one in. As we take a moment here to let gravity open up our body. Hold the stomach in tight. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Then we inhale, come to rise, bring the knees together. Exhale, shift the hips forward, upward facing dog. Roll the elbow eyes forward, pressing into all four corners of the palms. Lift our eyes forward. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Bring our hips back to a tabletop position. For our modified balancing table, today we'll be doing knee to nose, and I'll give you just a brief demo how we do this. We inhale, send the right foot back, exhale as we press out the toes. Then we inhale, lift the leg till it's parallel to the mat, and as we exhale, we round the spine, bringing the knee to the nose. And then we inhale to straighten the leg. And we'll do 5 on each side. All right, so let's begin. Inhale, send the right foot back. Exhale as we press out the toes. Inhale, lift the back leg up for 5. Exhale, we round. Inhale, we straighten for 4. Exhale, we round. Inhale for 3. Exhale, we round. Inhale for 2. Exhale, we round. Inhale for 1. Exhale, re-round. Beautiful. Bring our right knee down to the ground. Send the hips back into child's pose and just give your backside a little bit of a wiggle. Just kind of work that off a little bit. And then we bring ourselves back up into balancing table. This time we do the left. On the inhale, send the left foot back. Exhale as we press out the toes. Then we inhale, lift that left leg parallel with the mat for 5. And then exhale, we round. Inhale for 4. Exhale, we round. Inhale for 3. Exhale, we round. Inhale for 2. Exhale, we round. Inhale for 1. Exhale, we round. Beautiful. Bring that left knee down to the mat. Send the hips back into child's pose and give them just a little bit of a wiggle. Then we inhale, come to rise, turn the toes down. Exhale, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a moment here to open up the backs of our legs gently, bringing our heels to the mat, lifting one heel, lowering the other. This helps to open up the backs of our legs. It also helps to build strength in our body. Relax the shoulders, press into all 4 corners of the palms. And then we bring ourselves to a place of stillness. Hold the stomach in tight as we stay here for 1 breath. Then we come up about a half a foot width, bend the knees, bring the eyes forward to the top of the mat, stretching out the spine and getting ready for the day that we leap to the top of the mat like the big girls. Meanwhile, we'll just casually stroll, leaving our fingertips connected as we walk towards the top of the mat. Root the heels in as we inhale, bring the hands up high overhead, exhale, mountain pose. Coming into 2 rounds of sun salutations. If you want to have your blocks handy, you can use them. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It's up to you, what you feel comfortable with. As we come to mountain pose, standing at the top of the mat, making sure everything's all tucked in. Bringing our shoulders back, holding the stomach in tight, eyes are forward. Opening up our palms as we take a moment just to connect with ourselves. Just to take a moment just to feel and be in our own body. And then we begin. Bend the knees as we inhale, lift the hands up high overhead. Exhale, sink into chair. Inhale, swing the arms up and back. Exhale, wide arm forward, fold to the ground. Inhale, come to halfway lift, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look down, step back with our right foot. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, we shift forward to plank, drop down to our knees. Exhale, chaturanga to the mat. Inhale, elbows hug the body as we come up into cobra. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, we come down to the mat. Press up into plank as we breathe in. Downward facing dog as we breathe out. Walk up to the top of the mat. We inhale, step up with the right foot. Exhale, bring up the left. Inhale, come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, bring the hands up high. Exhale, sink into chair. Inhale, swing the arms up and back. Exhale, wide arm forward fold to the ground. Inhale, we come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look down, step back with our left foot. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, we come forward to plank, drop the knees down. Exhale, chaturanga to the mat. Inhale, come up to cobra, drop the shoulder blades down. Exhale, come back to the mat. Press up into plank as we inhale. Downward facing dog as we exhale. Inhale, step up with our left foot. Exhale, bring up the right. Inhale, come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, bring the hands up high. Exhale, sink into chair. Inhale, swing our arms up and back. Exhale, wide arm forward fold to the ground. Inhale, come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look down, step back with our left foot. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, we come forward with the change up. We can either drop our knees down to the ground for chaturanga or shift forward on our toes and exhale as we lower the whole body down. Inhale, roll up to cobra. Exhale, back to the mat. Press into plank as we breathe in. Downward facing dog as we breathe out. Inhale, step up with our right foot. Exhale, bring up the left. Inhale, come to halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Last round, bring the hands up tall. Exhale, sink into chair. Inhale, swing the arms up and back. Exhale, wide arm forward fold to the ground. You got this. Inhale, come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look down, step back with our left foot. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank, your choice. Exhale, chaturanga to the mat. Inhale, roll up to cobra. Exhale, lay it down. Breathe into plank as we inhale. Downward facing dog as we exhale. Inhale, step up with our left foot. Exhale, bring up the right. Inhale, come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Bring the hands up tall. Exhale, mountain pose. Beautiful. Well done. So we step back into downward facing dog. Like I said, if you have your blocks, you may need them. We'll be doing triangle, eagle pose, and warrior three. So let's bring ourselves down, back into downward facing dog here, and just take a breath, recenter ourselves. So we inhale, step up with our right foot to the top of the mat, parallel the back foot forward at a 45-degree angle, and we exhale, come up into warrior one. Squaring the shoulders and the hips to the top of the mat. Sometimes we gotta reach down and physically adjust. Lift the hands up high overhead and bring the biceps as far back as you can. We lift the chin, we lift the chest, drop the shoulders down. So we come into our warrior one pose. Breathe in and breathe out. Then we inhale, bring our hands behind us, interlace the fingers, pull the shoulder blades down our spine. Inhale, straighten the front leg, bring our eyes up to the sky. Exhale, we come down into pyramid pose. Option to come halfway down, or we can even keep our hands on our hips, and we can bring ourselves even lower. Choice is yours. We can also reach down and grab the blocks and use those to help us to come into our pose. Slight bend in the knee. You can keep a slight bend in the knee if that's more comfortable for you. And then as we're down, we take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Then we inhale, come to rise, release the hands, bend the front knee, exhale as we step to the top of the mat. Just take the blocks with you. Coming into eagle pose, you can option to keep the legs standing as we wrap our arms around, or you can begin practicing the balance. I like to extend the arms out to the side for balance as we come up on the toes of the left foot. As we inhale, wrap the left leg around the right. Exhale, right arm wraps the left. Bring the elbows up parallel to the mat. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Come to prayer hands at our chest, and as we inhale, unwind the left leg. Exhale, come down into warrior three. Because my foot's a little bit wonky, my hand adjustments are a little bit wonky too. Straighten the standing leg, flex the extended foot down. We can also use the blocks to help us come into balance. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Parallel the back foot to the back of the mat as we inhale. Step down into a warrior two base. Exhale, rotate the left arm out. Boom, we come right into warrior two. Drop the shoulders down, lift the chin, lift the chest, and send the arms out long. Stretch the fingertips out as we turn to look over our right hand. Then we inhale, flip the palm, come back to reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip the palm, we come back to reverse. Exhale, standing T. Shift to the right and then come down into triangle pose. Option to grab one of our blocks, place it alongside of our foot to begin to build into triangle pose. If you don't have blocks, we can use the shin. Try to stack the shoulders one over the other. You can also look to the ground if you feel shaky. And then over time, as you grow in your practice, we lift our eyes to the sky. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And then we inhale, come to rise. Exhale, warrior two. Flip the palm as we inhale, come back to reverse warrior. Exhale, we come into extended side angle. Nudge that right thigh open and pull that left shoulder back. Lift the chin and lift the chest. If you can, flip the palm and bring that arm over at a 45-degree angle. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Beautiful. As we inhale, turn towards the mat, put the block out of the way here, and then we shimmy that right foot over. As we exhale, we come right down into lizard lunge. Hold the stomach in tight, pressing into all four corners of the palm. Option to drop the back knee down. Deep breath in, deep breath out. You got this. Inhale, reach over with your right hand to downward facing dog. Exhale, send the hips back. Inhale, we come forward for our push-up. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Then we inhale, step up with our left foot to the top of the mat. Spiral that back foot forward at a 45. Exhale as we come up into warrior one. Squaring our shoulders and hips to the top of the mat. Release the shoulders. We also lift our chin and lift our chest. Breathe in and breathe out. Bring your hands behind you, interlace the fingers, pull the shoulder blades down your spine. Pyramid pose, your choice. Inhale, straighten the front leg, we look up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold down. Can keep a slight bend in your knee if that feels better. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Beautiful. Inhale, come to rise, release the hands, bend the front knee. Exhale, step to the top of the mat. Eagle pose on the left. Bring your arms out to the side for balance and come onto the ball of your right foot. Try to keep your spine as straight as you can as you inhale. Wrap the right around the left. Exhale, left arm wraps the right. Lift the elbows up and you breathe in. Exhale, breathe out, full eagle pose. Bring the hands to prayer hands at our chest. As we inhale, release the right leg. Exhale, come into warrior three. Option to bring the hands back along your sides, whatever works for you. We can also reach down to grab our blocks. Breathe in and breathe out. Spiral the back foot to the back of the mat as we inhale. Touch down into a warrior two base. Exhale, rotate that right arm out. Boom, we come into warrior two. Maybe more graceful than me in my wonky feet here. Drop the shoulders down, lift the chin, lift the chest. Root the heels into the mat. Turn to the left, breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. Flip the palm as we inhale. Come back to reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, we come back to reverse. Exhale, standing T. Shift to the left, come down into triangle pose. Option to use the block or your shin. Float the eyes to where you're most comfortable. Bring that right shoulder up just a little bit more. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Then we inhale, come to rise. Exhale, warrior two. Flip the palm as we inhale, come back to reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Nudge that left thigh open just a little bit as we pull that right shoulder back. Lift the chin, lift the chest. And if you can, flip the palm and try bringing that arm over at a 45-degree angle. Want to pull that shoulder back. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Then we inhale, bring our right hand down to the mat, shimmy that left foot over, pivot the back foot, exhale, boom, drop right into lizard lunge, just like that. See, look at you. You're a rock star. Hold the stomach in tight, press into your palms. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Beautiful. Reach over with that left hand as you inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a vinyasa. We come forward into a push-up as we inhale. Flip up to upward facing dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Come down to our knees on the mat. Send the hips back into child's pose. Beautiful. Roll the hands out into the mat. Press the fingertips in as we begin the cool down segment of our practice. We lift our head up, inhale, turn the toes down, step into downward facing dog, getting ready for pigeon pose. Inhale, reach the right foot up behind you and bring the right knee between your hands. Exhale, send the left leg out long behind you. Now, there's a few ways to do this. Traditionally, this pose is with the lower part of the leg across the top of the mat. This is technically like half pigeon. It is what it is. We're all working towards another goal, right? We can stay on our hands, bring the eyes forward, lift the chin, lift the chest. Some people like to come up on their fingertips, but that hurts my hands. So sometimes I like to use the blocks. Placing them, it all depends on your flexibility. But we press into the palms of our hands and lift ourselves upward, bringing the shoulders down away from the ears. Eyes are forward. We breathe in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And then we can set our blocks off to the side. We come down on our right elbow, come down on our left. Palms come together as we lower our head down. This is what I like to call sweet surrender. And in today's pose, we're going to ask to release consciously or subconsciously any negative person, place, or thing that has held us back from achieving everything we've ever imagined. We release it out into the universe for our highest good. We ask to be connected to a source greater than ourselves that can lead us, guide us, teach us, love and support us on our transformational journey. We just take a moment in this space. And then we come up on our right hand, come up on our left. And if you want to look at me for a minute, turn the left toes down, extend that leg out on the inhale. Exhale, lift the body, and we come back into downward facing dog. Take a pedal here to work out that right leg. And then when you're ready, we inhale, lift the left leg up, bring the left knee between the hands. Exhale, send the right leg back. Again, option to be on our palms, fingertips, or maybe come up on your blocks, your choice. Placing the blocks underneath our shoulders, pressing into the whole hand. Elbow, eyes are forward as we lift ourselves up, opening that whole pelvis region. Eyes are forward, shoulders are away from the ears. Breathe in and breathe out. And then we can put our blocks to the side, safely out of the way. Come down to our left elbow, come down to our right, palms come together. As we lower our head down into our sweet surrender and continuing the releasement of all that negativity.
consciously or subconsciously, whatever it may be. The universe knows. All we have to do is ask it. It knows where to go. So mote it be. And then we come up on the left hand, come up on the right. As we inhale, turn the right toes down, extend that right leg out. Exhale, step back into downward facing dog. Beautiful. Pedal out the feet, taking a moment, cooling down the body. And then we come down to our knees, send the hips back into child's pose. Also here, option to bring the hands along your sides and maybe come down into just a little tiny egg. Just making yourself super small, just like a little seed that's ready to grow, ready to expand and blossom into the beautiful woman that you were created to be and to live that life that you've always imagined. It's all within you. I promise you it's there. And then we bring our hands alongside of our knees, help us sit upright, and then turn to face the side of our mat for Savasana. If you choose to do reclined Savasana, you can go ahead and get that ready now. Make sure you turn around and slowly lower down to the mat, vertebrae by vertebrae. If you have something to support your head, you can get that, anything for underneath your knees. The rest of us can come to sit in Sukhasana. Taking our hands and using them again to guide us into that tall seat, stacking our head over our heart, over our hips. Once we're here, release the hands, open the palms to the universe, and we close our eyes down. And as we begin to go into our Savasana, I invite you to contemplate, who or what do you believe in as a higher power? What idea have you always had, maybe, of a spiritual source? Have you been on a journey already and looking to expand that awareness? Have you been hurt by religion or spirituality and just feeling, not so sure? I invite you as you go forward to begin researching and to begin looking into all the different types of beliefs that there are. Spirituality is deeply personal, and you may not believe the same as your partner if you have one, or your friends or your family. It's important you find what works for you. That's what worked for me. And I'm lucky my husband and I have the same awareness, and we're able to integrate that into our relationship. But for all of us, it's a deeply personal experience. And I invite you to begin contemplating what's important to you. What are you looking to for a spiritual practice? How can you incorporate your yoga and your brand new lifestyle that you're looking to create? And as we sit here together, I'll give you some time to think about that. All right, everyone, for those of us that are ready to wrap up our practice today, it's time to come back to the here and now. For those of you that wish to stay longer, you are more than welcome to. And I ask that any positive information that we've received in this entire experience today, any messages, any images, any insight to your spiritual journey, I ask that we capture that and bring that forward for our knowing. Lift our hands up to our prayer hands at our chest as we take a moment to bow and say namaste, that the yogi in me honors and recognizes the yogi in you. And then we come to rise, open up our eyes as we end today's class. And I would just like to thank you again for joining me. If you could please like this video. Also, if you haven't subscribed, I invite you to please do that as well. And always, if you know anyone like yourself who's maybe going through the same thing in life as you are, if you think that they could benefit from this channel, I would greatly appreciate if you shared this channel with them as well. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a beautiful day. Brightest blessings, everyone. And I will see you all in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.